Like any good health program, Fit for 55 is aimed at whipping Europe into shape, climate change fighting shape. The 12-point program, an economy-wide effort to hit the bloc's ambitious and legally binding target of slashing greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030.
Yes, it is difficult. Yes, it is hard. But it's also an obligation, because if we would renounce our obligation, we would fail not just ourselves, but we would fail our children and our grandchildren, who, in my view, if we don't fix this, will be fighting wars over water and food.
A central element of the plan is a sweeping revamp to the bloc's carbon market. Already the world's largest, it will expand to include the maritime and car sectors, while phasing out allowances for aviation. The plan also calls for a boost in renewable energy and more forests. But the hardest international sell is likely to be a new border tax to ensnare carbon-intensive imports coming from countries with less stringent climate policies, hitting products like steel, cement, and fertilizers, a potential flashpoint with China and the United States.
Emission of CO2 must have a price. A price on CO2 that incentivizes consumer, producers, and innovators to choose the clean technologies, to go towards the clean and sustainable products.
Other parts of the plan, like the mandate that all cars sold from 2035 emit zero emissions, are already garnering backlash from the auto sector, particularly in France, where firms have invested heavily in diesel engines. Phasing out coal from the electricity grid will likely get pushback from Poland and Hungary.
The EU and the rest of the world is making it up as we go along. I mean, that's always a problem with climate change. Not only do you have to get someplace, which is climate neutrality, but you have to get there on time.
But even with a roadmap in hand, the plan is far from a done deal. It could take a good 2 years for the package to make its way through Parliament and all 27 member states. At each point, amendments can be made, with some already worrying that too much editing could derail Europe's efforts to lead the world on climate neutrality.